Because this karma and all your belief systems, everything you think you are, will carry on. It'll continue to encase your soul. It'll bind your soul to a wheel of birth and death and birth and death. Everyone here has had many, 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 many lifetimes living over and over and over again. It's because you haven't cleared out all your belief systems that are encompassing that soul that believes itself so strongly to be an entity and a person or whatever it is. So your consciousness actually doesn't, quote unquote, all of a sudden dissolve into pure light and I am the universe. It carries its belief systems and energies and mind beliefs into the next realm. So if you do work now to release those cages that you've put yourself into, you will be freeing your soul bit by bit, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. At some point, boom, you step over into Buddhahood. That's what happened to the Buddha. At some point, his karma was all dissolved. All the veils were released, and he realized, I am pure consciousness. I am everywhere. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
We're doing this to work out our karma, so that in the future, our next lives will have less
That's right.
bondage,
less bondage. Less bondage. Bondage is
suffering.
Stress, anger, despair, sorrow, depression, irritation, botherment. All that stuff you can think of, you are bound by that
Does it
stuff.
belong to our soul or to our mind or consciousness?
That's
burning, right?
Yeah, it's mind. Mind created you and will dissolve you. As you burn that, you burn your mind. You might as well set your hair on fire. Because that's what you're doing. You're burning your mind. You're dissolving it. This is like real deep stuff. Like I know it may sound, what I'm saying is sort of very direct, but those people who are getting me will understand why this is such an important event. This is not a normal everyday event where, we're celebrating a full moon, how cool, let's have some cookies and cake and s'mores. Right? It's not like that. We're trying to save your soul from endless lifetimes of bondage. Because the next lifetime, do you think you're going to remember any of this? Do you remember your previous lifetime? Does anyone? Raise your hand. Anyone? Not a single person. Raise your hand online. Anyone remember their past lifetime? Maybe one or two. Right? But likely you don't remember all the spiritual practice you did. Some, right? So here, it's like you go into the next lifetime, you pop out of your mother's womb, you're like, well, where the heck am I? You might be on another planet, it might not be Earth. You're like, who the heck, what just happened? I just popped out and I don't know where I am. Then you have to relearn everything. And you have to remember that you were on a spiritual path in the previous lifetime and continue on where you left off. That's how it works. If you did serious spiritual work in the last lifetime, you will be very likely to be attracted to these kinds of gatherings in your next lifetime. Very likely. Until ultimately you reach quote-unquote Buddhahood, and then you realize yourself to be everything. And then of course, you're no longer bound to the body because you know you're not the body. So there's no reason to incarnate anymore. You're done with the wheel of suffering. Then you can come and go as you please, fully conscious. This is what an enlightened being does. Enlightened being beams down into a body, arises, helps people, and goes back up to heaven and has some fun, and then beams right back down. Knows full well all the lifetimes and exactly what it's doing, fully conscious. There's no suffering there. There's no losing sight of what I did in a previous lifetime. The enlightened being knows everything, knows exactly what it's doing. There's no lack of consciousness there.
Do you believe that we choose,
Yes.
to come here? Okay. Like we chose our parents and we choose. Okay.
Absolutely. You choose your parents because they have something to teach you. You're growing through the dynamic of your parents, your friends, your family, those people who you come in contact with. You're meant to meet those souls in order to grow with them. the most helpful people are the ones who get you mad, because those ones will really push your buttons, and they're only there to push your buttons to see where you need to grow, where you can become stronger, where you can clear out some of that karma that's stuck inside you. Those people, so your enemy, so to speak, you planned before you came into this lifetime. It's like, okay, let's handshake on this. The two of us are going to meet together, and you're going to really bother me, but you're going to do that to help me to work out my irritation. So I'm going to start to contemplate, why am I really irritated? Why am I giving this power away to this person? Why am I allowing them to bother me so much? And you start to really grow and develop through people making you react. So you plan your life ahead of time so you can grow as much as possible spiritually. You came here to grow spiritually. Most people forgot that. Most people came in here and said, wow, this world is full of amazing things. I can go eat sushi, I can go eat pizza, I can go get ice cream, I can go ice skating, I can have so many parties, I can have alcohol, girls, drugs, rock and roll. What a great world. And you forgot about your soul. That's what happens.